Okay, let's talk about marketing decisions now. Once I move to the marketing tab, I can see that there are four sub tabs under the marketing tab. The HR tab had three sub tabs: staffing and costing, training priorities, and labor policies. Marketing has four sub tabs: the marketing decisions for USA geography, marketing decisions for China geography, marketing decisions for European geography, and then a data collection tab, which is mostly around company policy around data collection processes and transparency. So under the USA tab, we can see that there are two separate sections. One is labeled as combustion, another one is labeled as not selected. Now this second one is labeled as not selected because on the demand tab, I'm currently not selling the second product line that I am eligible to sell in USA, China, or Europe. Once I start estimating for that second product line, then I will be able to see that second product line name here. It will probably be hybrid in my next round. Okay. Now, this information that I already have here is from the last round. So if I go to the results tab and if I go to market reports for USA, I'm company 8. So in last round, I sold my combustion cars for $18,500 with three features. Okay. And if I go to the cost report and if I go to the USA cost report, I can see that the investment that I had made in terms of promotion money was $600,000. So that money is here. Now, if I stay at this cost report, okay, and if I do a quick calculation of my sales margin, if I do a quick calculation of my sales margin, I generated a gross margin of 719 million dollars, 719,949 on a revenue of 13,301,500, which is approximately 5% in terms of gross margin in USA. If I look at China, my gross margin in China was 1177091 divided by 9298125 multiplied by 100, about 12.5%. And if I look at my margins in Europe, my margins in Europe were 3377750 divided by 18753,000. That is about 18%. So I'm actually generating different margins from different geographies, and I want to go back and double check my margins in USA for a moment again, because it seems that my margins in USA has been thin. So 719,949 divided by 13, 301, 500, and it comes out as 6% only. So I have about 6% gross margin in USA, about 12.5% gross margin in China, and about 18% gross margin in Europe right now. And if I go to my ratios and if I look at my gross margin, my overall gross margin has been around 18.5%. That's what I see it as here. So I go back to my system. I try to see what's going on with my cost. My overall cost with respect to unit of production, as well as the three features and anything extra. So actual production cost, cost related to features, and if the car has been produced overseas, then the cost of transfer pricing and transportation, all those things considered, my cost of having one car available in USA is $15,734. And if I sell it at $18,500, which is the same price, which is the same selling price as last year, I'm looking at generating about $2 billion in revenue on a $13.9 billion of sales. So my sales figure are going to be slightly above my my last year's sales figure if I'm able to meet them, but my profit looks to be higher. So that means uh, my overall cost this year is actually coming down as lower than my overall cost last year. So what I can actually do is I have I can do two things. If I can notice that my margins are improving, and let's calculate my current margins. So my current margins are 2078238 slash 139,00067, about 15%. So I have to make a call now that does it make sense for me to try and capture this margin, hoping that others will probably do the same, or maybe play a little conservative and maybe either add a feature, offer something extra to the customer, or maybe take some price off. So now we understand that China is the most price sensitive geography. We know it from our case reading. We understand that US cares a lot about promotion, and then we understand that Europe is actually not that much price sensitive or caring about promotion, but they are actually uh, more sensitive to sustainability related activities done by the company. So I can either increase feature, or I can actually reduce the price, or I can increase the promotion. So what I'm planning to do is for US, I'm actually increasing the promotion by $400 million. When I do that, my overall cost, my overall margins will actually come down. So, okay, now it's a good point. Remember, this actually was not accounting for that $600 million of revenue. So let's do that. So there was an error from my side. Okay, so I need to take that $600 million off from this first. 2078238 minus 600, that's my gross margin. Okay, slash 139,00067. Okay, so I'm looking at about 10% of my gross margin. I think I still made a mistake here. I should have actually, no, this is right. Yeah, so I took off this much from my gross profit, and then that's how I calculated my gross margin. Okay, so I'm still fine. I still believe that I should increase my promotion, but now I'm thinking about making it to $800 million instead of going all the way up to $1 billion. So by increasing my promotion to $800 million, keeping my price same, keeping my features same, I'm hoping that I may be able to meet my this demand. It may be too much that I'm asking for myself. Okay, uh, if uh, if I want to be a little bit more conservative, I would have taken off some dollars from here. Maybe I would have made it like 250, and maybe this is a more reasonable one. But since I still don't know how the other seven companies are going to enter the US market and with what kind of strategies, I'm playing a slightly blind here in practice round one. I may be completely beaten by all of them. Okay, so that's how I'm trying to play in USA. I've increased my promotion a bit. I've reduced my price a bit because I'm a cost leader, and I've chosen not to increase the feature, and I'll wait to see how the other companies are responding to feature increase in USA. Coming to China, I again do exactly the same thing. I look at, okay, what was my condition in China? Okay, promotion was about $300 million, sales was about $9 billion, revenue was about, gross margin was about $1.1 billion. And if I, and this is the price sensitive geography. So in this geography, and they care for features as well. So I'm going to actually give them an extra feature, and I'm going to actually take some price off. It reduces my gross profit to the same as last year. Okay. uh, Hopefully with this extra price, hopefully with this extra feature and with this reduced price, I should be able to capture this extra demand. I know, I already know that this is not the average demand this year. The average demand this year is going to be less than this. So I'm hoping that this combination of price, feature, and promotion is superior than the average that is offered in the Chinese geography. I'm hoping that, okay, and that way I'll be able to capture a bit more demand in the commission market in China than what everyone else will capture. Coming to Europe, these folks are not price sensitive at all. They are mostly sustainability sensitive, and I have actually taken some steps to improve my company's sustainability stance. So I made investments in my on the environmental side. I made investments on the social side in terms of trainings and everything else. And I've also made some investments on the labor policy side. And I'll go ahead and I'll also ensure that I do data collection with compliance on my customer personal data management. At this point of time, I can only buy a bronze sustainability certificate. So I'll go ahead and I'll actually buy that as well. So the bronze sustainability certificate will actually cost me about $8 million, which is fine. I'll pay that. And I'm going to pay about $120 million in terms of personal data management, and then I'll have an annual maintenance cost of $20 million, which is fine. And I will not be paying any penalty for non-compliance in this round. If I would have selected this, I would have paid a 2% penalty for non-compliance in Europe. But I'm going to go with compliance and I'm going to save that penalty cost. Okay, and this is how I have taken care of my marketing decisions for each of my three geographies, including my stance on the data collection process and the sustainability certification that I want. My overall premise was that I want to use the information that has been given in the case to me about what matters to the customers in different geography, and then tweak my offering for those customers based on those criterias. What are those criterias? Price, feature, promotion, and ESG. ESG is a company-wide strategy. It is not something that I can change for different geographies or for different product lines. So I've chosen a ESG strategy that should help me generate more demand. I'll get the maximum benefit in Europe, but I should still get some benefit from that ESG strategy in USA and in China. And then I've tailored my strategy in USA to spend more money on promotion, and I've tailored my policy in China to actually offer a little bit more features as well as reduce the price a little bit, hoping that my offerings will be competitive enough in the market. I hope this was helpful.